Hello people, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Leeds. It's the Just Joe football show. Before we get into the video, please make sure you like the video. Let's aim for 500 likes. Subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 3K. Let's see if we can get there before the end of the week. Get your comments in and, of course, get the notification bell smashed. If you fancy yourself a laugh, check out last night's watch-along. I've time-stamped the moment that De Gea missed the penalty that meant that Villarreal won the Europa League. So make sure you check out that. Make sure you check out the Top Flight News Bite and any other episodes that you've missed of the Daily Leeds. We've got transfer news in today's episode coming right at the end, so stay tuned for that. We've also got information on RAPHINHA, the pitch. Loads going on, so make sure you like the video and enjoy it. Heard it right. It's going to be Just Joe, and it's going to be all about football. He showed descent. Bamford, it's in! Yes! Yes! I don't see many more appearances from Pablo. Fantastic inaugural guest. I had to pull out the big guns. And this is the moment when I take a stand. So guys, we're going to start first of all with congratulations to nominees for Premier League 2 Player of the Season award. Both Charlie Creswell and Sam Greenwood have been nominated for Player of the Season awards in the Premier League 2, which is actually voted for by opposition managers. So it shows you how much high esteem these two lads have been rated in this season. You know, Sam Greenwood, obviously following a summer move from Arsenal, he went on to claim the Premier League 2 Player of the Month for September. He scored 12 goals in 18 matches and helped us win the Division 2 title. The 19-year-old made his first senior appearance, of course, in a third-round FA Cup loss to Crawley. The less said about that, the better. And he's also featured in the Premier League Matchday squad a number of times. We've also got Charlie Creswell, massive future expected for this boy as well. The centre-back was integral as Leeds United won the Premier League 2 Division 2 title in their debut season, may I add, keeping 8 clean sheets and scoring twice in 21 appearances as they secured promotion to Division 1. He also made his senior team debut as well in the EFL Cup defeat against Hull City. We don't do well in Cups, do we? But it's nice that these lads are getting a run out. So big shout out for Sam Greenwood and Charlie Creswell. Diego Llorente has also spoke on Instagram, guys. He said, look, a season of change and adaptation is ending for me. New country, new language, new club. The beginnings of something great are always difficult, but with work and effort, the collective and individual results appear. I'm very happy to be part of this great club. Thanks to all of you who have been with us despite the circumstances. And he didn't have the best of starts, did he, Diego Llorente? A couple of injuries, people questioning him, but what an end to the season, and arguably our best centre-back at the club for me. Marcelo Bielsa has also been nominated for Manager of the Month up against Arteta, Klopp and David Moyes. Surely he's going to win that. Make sure you get your votes in on that as well, because Leeds always do well on polls. We've also heard from RAPHINHA. RAPHINHA has poured water on any sort of claims that he may be leaving Leeds United. He come out and said, look, I've got good pals at Manchester United and Liverpool, but the white swinger says he is loving life at Leeds and insists he has zero thoughts about leaving. He said, Leeds were the one who took a bet on me, and I'm so happy to be at this football club. He said, they are all very happy with me, including the fans who seem to have a great affection for me. He's got a contract for another 4 years, and I don't even think about leaving here exactly because of that. I'm happy, and I'm making others happy, which is unreal to see. He did go on to say, yes, Bruno Fernandes played with me for a year that seemed like many more at Sporting. He became almost an older brother. We talk every day, but no football, just our antics. Even from a distance, it helps me a lot. He also spoke about Alex Telles and Fred, who are both from Brazil at Manchester United. And he also says, at Liverpool, there is Alisson, who is also from the south where he is. So everything stays the same. He says Fabinho as well, who is from the same as Firmino. So he's got loads of links. And he said, look, in fact, it was actually Firmino who was the first guy who texted me when I came here. He's a great friend. So, of course, he's got links to Liverpool, Manchester United. But he said, I am staying at Leeds United. I am happy. The fans are happy. The club are happy. And I'm making them happy. And I've got a contract for 4 years, so I ain't going nowhere. You love to see it. RAPHINHA's going to be here to stay. Of course, as well, big shout out to Calvin Phillips. A TikTok video was released yesterday of him working the shoulder to a track over on TikTok. If you haven't got the Leeds TikTok, I don't use it myself, but it gets put on Twitter. But it looks like it's a lot of fun. And he looks like he's going to be fine for the Euros. Fingers crossed, because I want to see that boy play for England. And finally, to finish, guys, we our tip to smash our transfer record for Cagliari star Nandez. Now, I was actually told about Nandez quite some weeks ago by a good friend of me who phoned me and says, look, this one looks like it could be a mover. Of course, Leeds need additions in the midfield area. We've been linked with a host of names. Rodrigo de Paul continues to be a player of interest. However, his asking price seems to be high, and the clubs that were competing against are very high up the ladder. Angus Kinnear silenced those claims as well with a pretty telling response earlier, saying, look, it's a non-mover. Phil Hayes said as such. We've obviously looked at alternative options. You know, we've been linked with Fiorentina's Eric Pulgar. We've also had a link to Lille's Boubakary Samari, but he appears look like, well, it's done deal. He's going to Leicester. However, we could have found an answer in Cagliari star Nandez, the 25-year-old Uruguayan. He's rated as one of Serie A's best midfielders. He helped the club comfortably avoid the drop zone this season, catching the eyes with his displays in defensive midfield. He can offer something going forward too, having contributed 2 goals and 2 assists this season. He does have a release clause of 36 million euros, so he won't come cheap. And if we were to get him, it would smash the record that we broke when we bought Rodrigo Moreno this summer. But apparently he's also high up on Jose Mourinho's Roma's list, okay? But they're also thought to be chasing other targets with obviously Matic and Højbjerg, which are, archetypal players of Mourinho. So hopefully he goes for Højbjerg. Hopefully he goes, for a Matic. We know he likes to take Matic wherever he goes. But yeah, Leeds have been linked with Cagliari star Nandez, who has a release clause of 36 million euros. So watch this space at that. There's also been further work being done at Fort Parch on the pitch as well, and at Ellen Road. So loads going on. It's not a long show today, but keep your eyes peeled on the Nandez link. Of course, RAPHINHA's staying. Calvin's looking fit. We've heard from Llorente, and boys, Charlie Creswell and Sam Greenwood have both been nominated for Premier League Player of the 2 for the season. And then, of course, Bielsa, Manager of the Month. Make sure you vote for that as well. I hope you enjoyed the daily Leeds. Sorry, not the top flight news bite. That's going to come a little bit later on. We've got some breaking news with that. Apparently, Pochettino is actually in talks. I mentioned that yesterday, but it looks like he's a mover. Could he be set for a return to Tottenham? That's a madness if he has. But listen, if you like the video, please like it. Subscribe to the channel. Help me get to 3K. There's over 50% of you that aren't subscribed. Get your comments in, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in a bit.